up about what this system was likely to produce. This is why we saw that tornado watch issued earlier on. We have the right ingredients to see these thunderstorms produce rotation. And here we're seeing a little bit of the fruits of the labor here. As you can see, that tornado warning, once again, for Anne Arundel County. If you are in Fairland, you need to head to your safe location. That is an interior room away from exterior walls. You don't want windows or doors. A small enclosed space, even a hallway closet, is your safest destination. As we talk you through this, once again, this is not the only area where we're seeing tornadic activity, but this is the only one in our viewing area. So if you know someone in Fairland, in Beltsville, Laurel, or North Laurel, give them a call and let them know that there is a tornado warning in their area. Let's look at SR, or storm relative velocity here. You can see that bright green color and those little flecks of red right to the south of Fairland here near White Oak. This is where that radar is indicating some of that rotation there. I'm waiting on a little bit more information from the National Weather Service, but until then, we're just going to talk you through this. We're going to look at radar here, and we're going to talk about these thunderstorms and talk you through the system as it pushes through. This is issued until 7:30 p.m., so we have about 29 minutes before this is expected to expire. Winds are very high with this. Right now, this is just radar indicated, but that's enough for me to say, head to that interior room. Make sure you have ways to get updates, either through your phone, through a radio, or through your TV just turned up loudly enough to where you can hear it from your location, your safe location. Once again, this is not our only area. This is just the only one in Anne Arundel County. We're seeing a lot of activity with this system here and further to the south and in Virginia. Earlier in the 5 o'clock hour, we had severe storm warnings. At the latter half of the 5 o'clock hour, we saw our first rotation, and this was fairly significant near Newmarket, Virginia. The reason why I'm talking about this is this low pressure system that's pushing through, it's producing a little rotation with these little clusters of thunderstorms off towards our west. And so it has a history of rotation, and if later on the Newmarket one is confirmed, it has a history of tornadic activity, and that matters since it is pushing to the north and to the east towards us. Now off towards Mount Vernon and Alexandria, let's look at this system here. It's not to the district just yet, but I will say a lot of this activity that we've seen tonight has been associated with a severe thunderstorm warning, and inside that there's a little bit of rotation, enough to warrant a tornado warning. To get a little bit more information on this Mount Vernon one, this one is only until 7:15 in Prince George's County. Once again, this is not our demographic. This is not where a lot of our viewers are. It is in Anne Arundel County here, in Fairland, White Oak, Beltsville. It's a little to the north of you, but still not a bad idea to get into your safe place, just as a precaution. More so North Laurel and South Laurel as this continues to move. I'm going to put this in motion so we can see a little bit of movement and its direction here and put it into play. You can see it forming off towards Rockville. It wasn't a severe thunderstorm warning while it was at Rockville around 6:35. And as it pushed a little further to the east, you can see it's getting its act together just a little bit more near I-200 and Fairland and White Oak and Highway 29. So if these areas sound familiar to you and you're in Anne Arundel County, this does look like it is going to last until 7 p.m. This is portions of, oh, it's now saying Montgomery County. So let's zoom in here just a little bit. As it continues to push to the north and to the east, once again, we're still seeing North Laurel in this area, Burtonsville, North Laurel Park. Laurel, you're a little to the south of it right now, and so is South Laurel, but you're still within that red polygon as we talk about this system pushing through. It looks like it has reduced just a little bit here, and it's mostly in Montgomery County. So for now, I think we are going to tune out of this or expire the cut-in until it pushes a little bit further to the north and to the east and clips once again more of Anne Arundel County here. So so we're actually going to talk about this just a little bit more since we are already in the cut-in. Let's just keep talking through it. Once again, we do have this tornado warning. It is now for Montgomery County. This is through 7:30 p.m. This includes Fairland, White Oak, portions of I-95, North Laurel. You're a little to the north of it. Laurel, it's heading towards you. So White Oak, Fairland, North Laurel, and Laurel, head to your safe space. Once again, this is a radar indicated tornado warning inside a severe thunderstorm warning. So our outliers are just to the east of Rockville, near Silver Spring, just a little to the north there, Beltsville, Bowie, and just clipping Severn. You are dealing with this severe thunderstorm warning, and as it pushes a little further to the east, if it is allowed to live, we will see Severn and portions of Anne Arundel County in this tornado warning. This is not our only system here. This is not our only cluster of thunderstorms and tornadic activity, or at least radar indicated tornadic activity. Off towards portions of Virginia, you see near Clinton, just to the south of the 495 corridor, you're dealing with a tornado warning there as well. That is condensing, so that is suggesting that it is getting smaller, hopefully going to be allowed to expire soon. I believe that one is until 7:15, but may be allowed to expire a little bit sooner. And then off towards the east of Front Royal, we also see another little cluster of thunderstorms and another tornado warning there. Once again, we're just going to walk you through this here. Storm relative velocity, I'm not seeing as much of a signature here, so it looks like this near Fairland is weakening just a little bit. Let's also turn on radar lightning here so you guys can get an idea of just how much energy is associated with this system and how many strikes we're currently having. Near Fairland, we're not seeing a whole lot of lightning activity. It's starting to diminish, which is a good sign. It means this system is starting to weaken. But we're still under tornado warning for portions of Montgomery County until 7:30 p.m. So we are going to keep talking about this. This is near the I-95 corridor, near Highway 29, and just to the east of the 495 corridor. This system as a whole, as we've been talking about tonight in the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and now 7 o'clock hours, has a history of rotation and has a history of strong winds, even outside of a tornado warning. So those of us in Montgomery County who are under this tornado warning, take shelter. Those of you in that yellow flashing polygon, a little bit larger of an area covered here, not a bad idea to know where that safe spot is because you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. And even with that, we can see strong gusty winds, the potential for some hail and some heavy rain. We're also going to take a look at some cameras. This is portions of I-95 southbound, and it looks like traffic is moving okay. It does look like there's quite a bit of moisture still left on the roadway, so if rain is not actively coming down in this area, you're certainly going to get some kickback from the person in front of you. So if you are planning to travel, just be mindful of your destination. I would not head anywhere towards Fairland, even the I-95 corridor to the south of Columbia. It's not a good place to be. Rain alone is going to make it hard to drive through. This is not our only area. This is our only severe warned system in Maryland. We do see near Clinton a little bit of that starting to clip here to the south of Alexandria. But outside of that, and outside of the severe thunderstorm warning, this is really our only activity in the area. Now we do see a little bit of rotation with this radar indicated. We do not have a confirmed tornado on the ground, but anybody to the north of Bowie, to the east of Rockville, and to the west of Severn needs to take cover or at least know where that storm shelter is, because even though this is radar indicated, this is a potentially dangerous situation. We do see a little lightning to the north of Hampstead. There's not a whole lot of energy outside of that to the north. A lot of this energy will be filtering in from the south. And just to talk a little bit more about this system as a whole, I do want to also mention some graphics here. It's also going to show the polygons in this graphic too. But we have a tornado watch really for the entirety of the state until the midnight hour, so rolling into the very early hours of your Saturday morning. We have a cluster of some thunderstorms with a history of rotation, one active tornado warning in the area and a couple further to the south and to the west. So we do expect a long evening. I do recommend having a weather radio, some app downloaded. I know we have an app, WMAR2 News. You can search it in the App Store. That will get you the latest. That will get you those weather updates. We're also looking here at, I believe, Maryland 200 East near Creekside. There's a lot more rain over here, and you can see there's a lot more kickback as well. With this tornado warning and radar indicated rotation here, I do want to mention this is inside of a severe thunderstorm warning, and much like 2 weeks ago when we were talking about a tornado warning, it's going to be rain wrapped. It's going to be very hard to see. And once again, we have all the right ingredients with this tornado watch being our foundation. We had sunlight throughout the day. We have shear, we have instability, which makes for the ability for these storms to create rotation. And just to give you an overview, and we'll get back to radar here in just a second, this is all associated with a low pressure system pushing through. We had warm air lift through. We were in the warm sector as we went throughout our Friday. You throw in some sunshine there, instability makes for breeding ground for these thunderstorms to really blossom, and we're seeing that now. Now this frontal system a little further to the south near the South Carolina and North Carolina area, this is what's going to push through as we go into Saturday and spark some more showers and storms, although that severe potential does start to go down. Let's wrap back up and go back to radar here to see what's going on. We still have this tornado warning near Fairland. It does look like Montgomery County still under this tornado warning. Right now it's just radar indicated. You can see here I-95 northbound now. Quite a bit of traffic backed up there. A lot of brake lights. They may be heading into some heavy rain. Traffic is slowing for this reason. If they're anywhere near Bowie and portions of the I-95 corridor, which we're seeing here, that might be impacting those travel times and those travel conditions. So if you are stuck in this, pull over to the side of the road. If you have the ability, make sure to have those caution lights on and make sure your lights are on if you're not able to get through it. But as we talk about this, we're seeing a little bit of lightning still linger as we talk towards Highway 29 here and North Laurel. Once again, this system is lingering from White Oak, spanning to Fairland to North Laurel, now heading towards Jessup, and South Laurel, you're still in the contending for some of this to impact you. I'm not seeing a whole lot of strong rotation at the moment. We are seeing some high winds with this, but this system hopefully is going to be allowed to expire soon. It's expected to last until 7:30, but keeping a close eye on things here, I am hopeful that it is starting to die down as it continues to push to the north and to the east. But still, it is inside this severe thunderstorm warning. So even if this tornado warning is allowed to expire, we still have strong gusty winds. We still have a lot of rain associated with this system as well. We are under a flood watch starting at the beginning of the 7 o'clock hour, and this extends into the early hours of Saturday morning. So even with this thunderstorm and tornadic potential here starting to hopefully diminish, we still have our primary concern being heavy rainfall pushing through. And we're going to see that on roadways. We're going to see that with the drainage system, ponding and pooling on the roadways. So make sure if you are planning to travel, which I do not recommend at this point, you are doing so safely. This is not our only system that we're going to be talking about. Once again, this is Montgomery County here, but we're starting to see a little bit more development off to the north and to the west. You saw that uptick in lightning as it crossed over from West Virginia here and lingers a little bit more in West Virginia, trying to make its way to Maryland. We have a tornado warning here just to the south of I-68 and to the south of I-70. It's not in Maryland just yet, but it's important to note that this is heading towards the Maryland state line from West Virginia. This is a messy and strong system that is producing strong thunderstorms and rotation. We need to be weather aware as we go throughout the next several hours of tonight. Once again, that watch is until midnight, and that flood watch is until around 4 a.m. on Saturday morning. So rain will hit, wind will hit. We see the potential of some strong winds and some hail associated with it. You see a person here on the side of the road with the I-95 camera here at Maryland 216 pulled off to the side of the road with their caution lights on. This is not an ideal spot to be in, but I don't know their circumstances. This is the safest position that they believe that they can be in. So if you are driving and somehow getting this broadcast, take it slow and take it easy. There will be people on the side of the road who do not want to drive through this, and everyone needs to get to their destination safely. We're going to see a lot of rain with this system alone. At the beginning of the 5 o'clock hour, we actually were looking at some of these thunderstorms, and we saw an inch of rain associated with a few of these thunderstorms, and these were not fast moving. That's not good if you're in a flood-prone area, meaning if these thunderstorms stall out, more rain is going to hover over you. And with this low pressure wraparound moisture, we're seeing thunderstorms bubble up like we do now, but we're going to see more move in that same track, in that same path, and that's going to really bump our totals. So we're going to see anywhere from 1 to even 3 to even 3+ inches of rain by the time the system is through with us going into Saturday. So make sure those sump pumps are on. Once again, we're just going to look over here at this Montgomery tornado warning near North Laurel, just to the west of Severn, near Jessup, Burtonsville, North Laurel, Fairland, White Oak. You are still in this. This does include Beltsville, but that rotation, radar indicated, is to the north and to the west of you. We're still seeing some lightning associated with this little cell here near North Laurel and Highway 32 along the I-95 corridor. So there's a lot of rain and still some thunderstorm activity associated with this. We're just going to take you through a little bit of this. Okay, that's good. We are seeing a little less rotation. Those vibrant colors here, that indicates stronger winds, a little bit of rotation, especially when you see that coupling with the reds and greens there to really simplify it. We're seeing that start to diminish the further to the east it goes. You see how it's bright and vibrant near Fairland, but as it pushes towards Burtonsville, it's still there. It's still very much there, but it's a little less of a signature on radar here. A little less of that coupling between the reds and the greens, but still strong winds nonetheless. We're going to keep a close eye on things, and we're going to walk you through this, I think, to the extent of this tornado warning. Let's check on the severe thunderstorm warning. This is for the same time and location as well through 7:30 p.m. Looking at I-95 here, southbound. You're seeing some traffic, some backup there at the exit, but traffic is still moving, which is good. We want traffic to keep moving along the I-95 corridor.